Offices have been kind of evolving since the days of Don Draper. For the past 30 years, things have been changing in terms of, how people adapt in their offices, what kind of furniture they need. You guys probably have an interesting perspective on the evolution of furniture over the past 30 years. You want to comment?
Sure, that's great. We started business in 1986, so we've been doing this for 30 years. We've seen a little bit of everything, been around the block a few times, if you will. Started out building really, really robust solid wood carts for really large 37-inch Mitsubishi data monitors. They weighed several hundred pounds. They were just beasts. This came because there was a demand to build something a little bit higher end, the ultimate substitute for the black metal carts that were only available back then. We continued to support the demand to dress the room, and we started building conference room tables. The very thing that we were coming in and matching, we started building the whole room then. And then from there, we got noticed and we started building and expanding our custom line. In the 80s and the 90s came the 6 to 7 foot, maybe even 8 foot wide lecterns. 2 feet of that space was dedicated to the CRT monitor. You had to build rack beside it. You had to put a large drawer in it for overhead projectors and large document camera drawers. You had to have it that big. And then fortunately came the flat panel monitor, which allowed for the furniture to be scaled down quite a bit, which is obviously allowed for space to be saved in the room, fortunately. And in 2000, we saw the recession coming, actually, and so we developed a quick ship line furniture. And then from there, we noticed projects became very budget conscious, rightfully so, but we were actually really ready for it. The demand for the custom lecterns and the carts and high-end conference room tables were still there, but it allowed for customers with lower budgets to start having a choice and able to personalize their furniture. They too had requirements for aesthetic needs in their rooms. We already were used to building complicated, very high-end furniture, so the transition to the lower end and the budget-conscious furniture was very, very easy for us. And then at that point, I'd say, the early 2000s is when we really started to see technology furniture, and the demand for it was actually at an all-time high. Seeing all of this happen over the past 30 years, we've seen conference room furniture or meeting rooms turn into collaboration spaces or video conferencing rooms. The footprint of the furniture has decreased significantly, thankfully, to the size of technology changing. We've seen customization being required to be built on a mass production scale. But now more than ever, we've really seen furniture being personalized and becoming the focal point of the room.